Pope Leo I, also known as Saint Leo the Great, served as the Bishop of Rome from 440 to 461 AD. Hello viewers. Welcome to Matters in Rome. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. One of the most defining and dramatic moments of his papacy came in 452 AD, when he confronted Attila the Hun, the feared and brutal leader of a barbarian army that had already devastated much of northern Italy. Against all odds, Pope Leo managed not only to survive the encounter but also to prevent the sack of Rome, securing his place in both history and legend. The threat of Attila the Hun. In the mid-5th century, the Western Roman Empire was a shadow of its former glory. Weakened by internal strife, political fragmentation, and repeated invasions, Rome was vulnerable to outside threats. Among the most formidable of these threats was Attila the Hun, whose forces had already ravaged much of Europe. By 452, Attila had crossed the Alps and was heading toward Rome, leaving a trail of destruction behind. At this time, Pope Leo I was not only a spiritual leader but also one of the few figures capable of unifying the Roman population. When the news came that Attila's army was approaching, fear spread rapidly. The imperial government, fractured and ineffective, could offer little defense. Desperation set in, and it was Pope Leo who stepped forward to take action. The historic meeting. Pope Leo, accompanied by two high-ranking Roman officials, met Attila near the town of Mantua in northern Italy. The scene was dramatic. The leader of the Christian world facing the scourge of God, who had been known for sparing no city and showing no mercy. Yet, Leo showed no fear. Accounts of the meeting differ in detail, but all agree on the same outcome. Attila agreed to turn back. Rome was spared. How exactly did Leo manage to persuade the most feared warlord of the time to halt his invasion? Faith, diplomacy, and legend. Historians continue to debate the exact factors that led Attila to withdraw. Some suggest that practical concerns, like famine in Italy, disease among his troops, and the approaching Eastern Roman army, contributed to his decision. However, most sources credit Pope Leo's leadership and presence as a decisive influence. A famous legend says that during the meeting, Attila saw a vision of St. Peter and St. Paul standing behind Pope Leo, swords drawn, threatening divine wrath if he did not obey the pontiff. Whether or not this vision occurred, it underscored the deep spiritual authority Leo commanded, even among non-Christians. To Attila, who held supernatural signs in great regard, such a vision could have been as powerful as any army. In a time of chaos, Pope Leo stood firm in his faith and appealed not just to logic, but to a higher moral authority. He reminded Attila of the moral consequences of destroying Rome, the center of Christian faith and tradition. By doing so, Leo spoke in a language that transcended politics and military might. He spoke from the heart of Christian civilization. Aftermath and legacy. Attila would die the following year under mysterious circumstances, and his empire soon collapsed. Pope Leo returned to Rome a hero, but he did not rest on his laurels. Just a few years later, when the Vandals arrived to sack Rome in 455, Leo again stepped forward, not to prevent the sack this time, but to negotiate mercy. Thanks to his efforts, much of the population was spared, and widespread slaughter was avoided. Pope Leo's actions during these invasions reveal more than diplomatic skill. They show extraordinary courage and faith. He confronted the greatest dangers of his age armed not with weapons, but with conviction. His survival and success were not merely political achievements, but spiritual triumphs. Conclusion. Pope Leo I's survival during the encounter with Attila the Hun remains one of the most remarkable events in papal history. In a moment when fear could have paralyzed even the bravest leaders, Leo chose to stand up and act. His faith in God and his commitment to the people of Rome transformed what could have been a catastrophe into a story of hope, resilience, and divine providence. Today, he is remembered not only as a great pope but as a courageous shepherd who faced the storm and prevailed. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe for more.